This is Anime. I'm Will, and I'm joined by
Lewis.
And today we're going to be talking about Fairy Tail. Now, Fairy Tail for me was probably the first. Actually, no, Bleach. Okay, the second mainstream anime I really got into, and to be honest, I never really stopped liking Fairy Tail that much. I haven't been watching it that much recently, but I've been into a lot of other stuff recently, and I lost track of the manga, but I'll probably get back into it. Now, Fairy Tail is about guilds of wizards, not really in the conventional sense though, in a more of an animeistic sense.
They're very much violent, action-packed wizards who, I believe the way the anime describes it is that wizards use magic as an art, but magic is like this thing that's just a day-to-day chore for most people.
It's, I believe they describe it as bought and sold in every market and in every house. And these guilds of wizards, they go around sort of doing jobs, solving problems, things like that. Now it focuses on one particular guild named Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail not in the sense of a story, but Fairy Tail as in do fairies have tails. And it focuses on sort of the best team of Fairy Tail, which involves the main characters of Lucy, Natsu, Grey, Elsa, and... Is that it, actually?
I think that it's those four, and you
can
include
add
Happy
as well, yeah.
Happy Cup.
Now, they go around sort of doing extravagant things with a lot of excess energy.
Yeah, and one of the big recurring themes, especially in not just their team, but the entire guild of Fairy Tail, is they'll complete jobs really well, but they'll usually leave the area in which they've done so either on fire, missing, burnt down, destroyed, rubble, death. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Now, there's quite a lot we can talk about in Fairy Tail, so I think we should talk about, I'm going to say our favourite arcs for this one.
Yeah.
Now, what I'd have to say was my favourite arc was, I don't know if you've got to it yet. Well, I don't think you have. But...
I've watched through all of the anime Fairy Tail up to where I guess I'm probably quite a few episodes behind now, but I watched it about a year ago, but I've started from the beginning again, literally last night, so...
well, the arc where, they fight Laxus for the first time.
Yes.
And now Laxus is probably my favourite character, but I think this sets him up really well, because he's obviously portrayed as this sort of arsehole, to put it simply, who only wants power and wants to rule the guild. And he comes back and he creates a set of conditions with which the guild must fight each other in order to prove who is the strongest, and therefore prove that he is entitled to the guild and that he's the most powerful. As this goes along, the characters fight each other and things like that. There's also a further condition that nobody over the age of 80 is allowed to leave the guild hall, forcibly keeping Makarov out of the fight. What he doesn't realise is this keeps Natsu and Gajil out of the fight at this point as well, because they're wearing part of their dragons with them, which keeps them out of this age restriction as well. Now, after a while, Natsu also breaks free. He goes and fights Laxus, and they begin this incredible final battle. Shortly before this, also, Mr. Gun is revealed to look like Jalal, and at this point is revealed to be Jalal because we don't know the truth about him and Edlis. I think that this arc really well portrays sort of the emotion of a lot of the characters, and that even in something so sort of energetic and upbeat, you can have something quite deep in the sort of the fact that Laxus has sort of inferiority problems and feels himself overshadowed by his father and his grandfather and doesn't feel himself worthy.
One of the strongest points I must say about Fairy Tail is the character development.
Yeah,
because you get that, but it's dynamic characters, because the more you get to know them, the friendlier they seem to become, or the darker they seem to become.
That's definitely the case with Laxus as well, because obviously at first, as I said, he seems like a complete arsehole, but once you learn these issues and learn like the truth about his character, he begins to work with the guild, he earns his acceptance, and he becomes sort of one of the family.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favourite arc then?
Oh, that's probably difficult because there are so many sort of big.
Yeah.
It's a problem as well. There are several main arcs. There's arcs within the arcs, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd be able to give you a good one or not because it's just so much that goes on.
So, is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I think because I've just been going through the first few episodes, I think going back and looking at how they initially portray all the characters compared to looking at, say, later on, maybe 100 episodes later, you see such this amazing difference. It really it lends its hand showing how dynamic the characters are and how a lot of anime you find that they develop these characters, they're very static, like something could happen, it won't change them at all, but in Fairy Tail you really see them change, like these developing bonds between people, these events that change how people feel about each other. It's really nice to be able to see that in an anime.
No, I agree. I mean, Fairy Tail's one of the things where, given that it's a mainstream shonen, people don't really realise just how much the characters do change as the anime progresses. And I think, as far as mainstreams go, it actually has a good level of character development.
Definitely.
Maybe not in the case of Natsu so much.
Yeah, I feel like Natsu's left quite flat, to be honest, and he does get quite repetitive after.
But for the supporting cast, I think there is a really big development, and I like the fact that it actually gives a bit of interest to those supporting characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really isn't common in anime. So yeah,
I think that's it for us now.
I do. I think that was our talk on Fairy Tail. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for everything.
See you later.